Welcome back to the BOK Center in downtown Tulsa, and a pleasant good afternoon, everybody across the state of Oklahoma and beyond. I'm Grant Merrill, along with the great Tony Wilson, as we're proud to bring you the opening round action of the Tulsa Tournament of Champions, 57th annual edition. It's all presented by Quick Trip. And Tony, big game today between one of the biggest school basketball programs in the state and one of the smallest powerhouses in the state as the Memorial Chargers take on the Roff Tigers.
Man, I tell you what, and this is a battle of two titans in both respective classes. Roff in Class B and 6A Memorial, always a perennial power, as you said, and you're going to see two contrasting styles of basketball here today. As Memorial will look to get it up and down the floor, and Roff will be ball control and defense.
Well, of course, Bobby Allison, the head coach of the Memorial Chargers, no stranger to this tournament. There, of course, Memorial and Del City went to the finals of this tournament last year. It was always a good game to watch when you have those two teams packing it up. And, of course, Bobby going to, I believe, the state finals, if I remember correctly, last year. And, he's definitely probably the leading basketball coach in the TPS system for sure, and Memorial just such a quality and class program over the years.
They really have been, and that's there's a reason that Mike Boynton was here. A couple years ago we did a semifinal game. Chris Evans and I had 8 semifinal games at the Mabee Center for 5A, 6A, and as Memorial was always the lead of the group. And we're going to see them today in all their splendor and glory.
Absolutely. Well, they are sending their starters out now. We'll tell you who those are as we move through the course of the broadcast. Of course, Roff, their head coach, Larry Johnston, and they come, of course, from Roff, a suburb of Ada, I guess is the best way to put it. And they're between Ada and Sulphur, and just a fine community, and they've always brought great basketball to the state of Oklahoma. They're one of the big house regulars. Yeah,
you got Roff, Latta, Bing, Ada, all through there that have all throughout the course of high school athletics. Of course, Roff is not a football school. They are 2 baseball seasons in basketball, so just a blue-collar group of kids that are hard workers and play, usually fundamentally sound basketball. But like we saw with Sapulpa just now with Pecola, Roff's probably going to be guarded a little bit differently today.
The two things that all of those towns you just mentioned have in common: great basketball, and they all claim that Blake Shelton once lived there. So,
I think everybody in Oklahoma claims that, don't they?
Absolutely. Opening tip is going to be controlled by the Roff Tigers. Is coming up with the basketball, Cade Ballbridge. He'll take it out of the backcourt, moving it over to Dylan Reed. Reed through the air finds Bill McCarter. McCarter back up to the top of the key, finds Dylan Reed once again. Reed back over to McCarter. McCarter passing through the air, back over to Dylan Reed. Reed in the paint, whistles blowing here. A foul called, and now the Chargers will take it the other direction as Tyree Jamerson will have the basketball.
Yeah, I, again, was fortunate enough to have Roff in there. It's split up into 2 weeks where you have the small schools and then the larger schools of A and B. And, was able to do all 3 Roff games. And you got Dylan Reed highlighted as your featured player. And he's really good. But Baldridge, 23, he's a go-getter, man. Or, 22, I believe it is.
Into the front court, Monte Collins with the basketball. He'll punch it over to Tyree Jamerson. Jamerson down to the corner, finds Jareth Ingram. Ingram back in the paint. 2-point shots on the way and in for Ben Radford. Radford makes it a 2-0 ball game. Memorial striking first today.
Yeah, you can see that there's a size discrepancy out there in favor of Memorial, so it'll be interesting to see how Roff does blocking out and trying to control the boards.
Dylan Reed back over to Ballbridge. 6:53 left to play here. Ballbridge back over to Reed again. Reed driving, getting it back over to the open Ballbridge. Back up top, driving inside. Reed back to Ballbridge. Long threes on the way and in. And Roff has taken a 3-2 lead over the Chargers.
And Baldridge, he can shoot it, and he's not afraid to pull it from anywhere, anytime.
Monte Collins into the front court, works it back over to Jareth Ingram. Down low, 2-point shots on the way and in for Ben Radford.
You know, this is kind of like a late Christmas present, Grant. I paid $10 and I get to watch 4 basketball games.
You paid $10 and got to go to work.
Yeah, I did do that. I paid to go to work today.
I'll give you your $10 back for sure.
You can keep it. I enjoy it, man. And no greater value than high school sports.
Brand Wilson back over to Dylan Reed. Reed out in three-point land, swings it around the perimeter, finding an open teammate. Down from the corner, Ballbridge with the basketball. He'll hand off to the open Brand Wilson. Wilson out of the corner, finding Ballbridge again. Back up top, Dylan Reed. Back to the wing, three-pointer on the way and in. Wow. That is going to be Brand Wilson. From long range, 6-4 our score. Back the other direction, here comes Memorial. Monte Collins with it. Collins out around the perimeter, 2-point shot coming. Seth Pratt with that one. We're tied at 6, 5:20 left to play here.
I can assure you this will be the most two contrasting styles of offense you see because Roff will shoot the three almost exclusively, whereas Memorial has already indicated they'll be getting it down low.
Well, before a jump ball's called, Roth calls a timeout as Coach Johnston wants to talk things over. We'll take one with him. 5:12 left to go in the first quarter. Tied at 6, and we're back at 30 seconds on Squirtle.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Well, we appreciate our friends at Maples Nixon Diesel Horst. Even if our man Jacob Dieselhorst is part of the equation, they're a great law firm and will take great care of you for your personal injury needs. 5:09 left to play here. Inbound pass, give it into Brand Wilson. Wilson out around the perimeter. Traveling called on Bill McCarter as he was trying to plant his pivot foot, and it moved. And Memorial will have the basketball here. Tyree Jamerson puts it back into play, giving it off to Monte Collins.
That's the second traveling call here in the first quarter against Roff.
Collins out at the top of the arc, throws it through the air to Seth Pratt. Pratt back around the perimeter, finding Jareth Ingram. Ingram down low to Ben Radford, and the whistle blows here. Roth has got the basketball.
Another traveling violation.
Well, if this early part of the game is any indication, it looks like Roth is going to give Memorial all they can handle today, at least in the early going. Tigers out of the backcourt. Cade Ballbridge with the basketball. He'll work it right wing. 3-point shots on the way it in for Easton Riddle.
I'm just telling you, I bet you they have 23s taken today.
9-6 our score.
Here's the thing about Roff. Maybe small in stature, numbers and wise, probably 30 kids per class, I would imagine. But they work exclusively on fundamentals. It's not, dunking the basketball in practice. They're going to play solid, sound defense in this 1-3-1 zone. And they're going to have a lot of hands, and they're going to be very active in that zone.
4:25 left to go here. Inbound throw. It's going to come from Tyree Jamerson. He'll work it into Seth Pratt. Pratt back over to the left wing, finding an open teammate, getting it back. Down to the corner, 3-point shots off the back iron, no good for Darius Toby. Coming up with it, Dylan Reed. Reed out of the backcourt, 4:05 left to play here. Ballbridge with it. Move it back over to the open Brand Wilson. Back around the perimeter. The give to Dylan Reed once again.
Ballbridge looks like he's been in the gym a little bit, Grant.
I'm telling you.
Both gyms, the basketball and weightlifting gym.
That might have been the first two we've seen Roff score there. That's Dylan Reed making it an 11-6 ball game. 3:32 left to play here.
I can't stress enough the importance of facing up the basket right there. Once you get the ball at the elbow, turn and look from that high post spot. You can usually take a 10-footer.
Tigers back the other direction. Dylan Reed out of the backcourt. They'll sling it up the floor from the left wing. Three-pointer falls short for Ballbridge. Now the basketball's pulled out of bounds. Last touch by, I believe, Memorial.
It was. They tried to save it and missed it, then went to save it and stepped out of bounds.
We were talking off the air earlier. Roff is in such a pretty part of the state. I love that drive down to Ada and Sulphur. And they've got
and one.
Aesthetic area to live in down there. Here's a two-pointer, a foul called, and as you mentioned, the and one attempt coming.
Talon Bagwell, that follow-up there off the miss, the offensive rebound and putback, and got hacked in the act trying to make the three-point play.
One thing about it, Tony, we've seen most of Roff's roster in and out of this ball game today, at least the upperclassmen.
Very interchangeable group.
First free throw, only free throw of that and one on the way and in. 3 minutes left to play in this first quarter. Roff leading Memorial by 8, 14-6. The ball going off the toe of a Memorial Charger, Monte Collins. Here's an inbound pass over to Monte Collins. Collins at the top of the key. You know, Tony, one thing that sitting this close to the benches we get to hear is the banter between the coaches and the referees.
I've never heard that question asked before. For the Roff defender, Stixie's, is trying to deflect the basketball, and it goes off, and it's a kick, and Memorial Coach Bobby Allison, he said, hey, that's an intentional act. Is there a limit on those? And the official just kind of looked at him and shook his head no.
Up front, 2-point shot. Thought about, outlet pass goes to the left wing.
But see, that's the difference in a lot of teams, Grant. That wasn't there. So otherwise, most of them will force that. He's got it, skipped it out to the wing.
Reed from the corner turns it over, coming up with it. Monte Collins. Collins back over around the perimeter, brings it over to Jareth Ingram.
If I tell you Memorial's got 6 points with 1:57 left in the first, what do you tell me? That I'm crazy?
Yeah, probably so. I tell you, as far as entertaining coaches go that we've covered here in the Tournament of Champions, I'd have to say that Brian Montanati at Owasso, he was up there. Clay Martin from Jinx.
Oh, yeah.
During his time there, it was like a monologue down here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Inbound pass, give it in for the Roff Tigers. Dylan Reed with the basketball.
Lenny Hatchett at Dale City's pretty entertaining on the sideline. Of course,
absolutely.
He's got some guy named Tommy Griffin on his staff. I don't know if you've ever heard of him or not, but
a few times. Talon Bagwell with the bucket there. Minute 36 to play here. Roff leading Memorial by 10, 16-6. Three-pointer missing for the Chargers. Monte Collins drawing iron on that last one. Minute 20 left to go here.
I think Memorial's in that spot sometimes where you don't anticipate you don't take into consideration your opponents, and you might take them a little bit lightly.
1:17 left to play. I promise you that won't last long after practice this week.
Coach Allison's already changed defenses, going to that little half-court trap there and forced the turnover.
Up front for Memorial, Seth Pratt. Pratt down low, finds an open teammate. 2-point shots on the way and in for Jaleel Cotton.
I think that's open all day for Memorial to exploit against Roff.
Dylan Reed with the basketball. 55 seconds left to go in the quarter. Reed out of the backcourt. Basketball's tipped out of play here. 16-8 our score. Roff leading Memorial if you're just joining us. And Brand Wilson will send it back into play for the Tigers. He'll lob it back into Dylan Reed. Reed back to Talon Bagwell. 2-pointers on the way and in.
Nice little soft floater there by Bagwell in the middle of the paint.
They can shoot him from the paint.
They don't like to, though. Just kidding.
Now the basketball almost, it's thrown out of bounds. Went off the fingertips of a Memorial Charger who tried to save it, but then he went out across the baseline.
Here comes the three-quarter court press.
Here comes Dylan Reed. Reed out of the backcourt, moves it back over to Brand Wilson. Wilson closely guarded.
Nice play there, Grant.
Well, I tried to. I'm not real good. That's why I'm on this side of the
Gotcha.
bench.
I'll take care of you.
That was an awful display of sportsmanship on my part. But
It was behind you. It was hard for you to reach.
Darius Toby back to the right side.
Hands.
I was actually more concerned about spilling my Dr. Pepper than I was my personal safety when the basketball came our way.
I don't blame you there.
Nothing beats a cold Dr. Pepper, that's for sure. Here we go. Inbound throw.
Player, yep, legal screen.
Yep, yeah, you're right. 8 seconds left, 18-8. Roff leading it by 10. We'll see what we can do here.
I think you're getting ready to see the pressure cooker turned up by Memorial.
Roff will have the inbound throw. The give is to Dylan Reed. Reed double team, turnover. Toby with the basketball. He'll take it straight to the hoop, but misses the shot at the buzzer, and we have played one here at the BOK. Roff 18, Memorial 8. We're back in 1 minute on Squirtle.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Back here at the BOK Center in Tulsa, Grant Merrill, Tony Wilson along with you. Thank you for being with us on Squirtle TV today. And Tony, big game here between Memorial and Roff. Roff out to a 10-point lead. That's not something most Oklahoma basketball fans would expect, but it's not really surprising either.
No, not at all. Roff and Coach Allison told his team that they're in between quarters. They've played their best quarter, and we got to get that ball down low and got to get 22 off the boards, but there he is with a board right there.
Back the other direction, here come the Tigers. Dylan Reed out of the backcourt. Taking it near side, back over to Easton Riddle.
He's got a message. My good buddy Scott Hamilton, the athletic director at Asher down that part of the world, is watching on Squirtle today.
Well, how about that? Inbound throw given inside to Easton Riddle. Riddle passing it down low, gets it back, long shot off the rim, nothing doing there.
Well, just caught the front side of the rim. Another half inch, that would have been good.
Long threes off the rim, nothing happening. Coming up with it, the Tigers. Roff out of the backcourt. Ballbridge with the basketball. And now a travel called. Hey. No. Yeah.
Memorial with the basketball here with 6:50 just starting the second quarter, 18-8. Roff still in the lead. No one scored here thus far in the second quarter. Both teams exchanging punches, but nobody's landed one yet.
Into the front court, here comes Monte Collins with the basketball. He'll work it back over to Ben Radford.
Short.
Long shot, falls short, won't go. Out of the backcourt for Roff. Down to the baseline. Basketball's blocked and forced out of bounds with the last touch by one of the Chargers.
Tell you what, one of the things that you'll see Roff utilize, Grant, is that bounce pass. You know, we talked about it earlier in the girls' game with Sepulpa and Picola. Long three there. And see Roff using that bounce pass effectively.
That one didn't go, and so now Roff will have the basketball here. Here the Tigers come into the front court. 2-point shot blocked. Coming up with the Memorial.
I don't think Roff really wants to get in a running match here with Memorial. They've been doing a good job of controlling the ball offensively and picking out their spots for their shots. A couple last possessions there, Grant, they've really tried to take it to Memorial a little bit.
Inbound throw coming from the Chargers. They'll lob it up top to Jareth Ingram. Ingram with a long two. It won't fall. Everybody coming after the loose basketball. Seth Pratt closely guarded, working it back over to the left side. 2-point shot on the way and in, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is Monte Collins.
Nice move by Collins there.
Tigers back the other direction. Easton Riddle with the basketball. He'll get a bounce pass back over to Brand Wilson. Now a turnover. Chargers coming up with it. Up and under. 2-point shots on the way it in for Monte Collins. And Tony, I tell you, Memorial is, they were down for a little bit, but they appear to be rallying the troops here.
Yeah, I think this is a good timeout by Coach Johnston. They got away from what they were doing. The turnovers have been mounting up for the Tigers of Roff, and it's allowed Memorial to creep back into this game, only down 6 at this point.
All right, we'll take a 1-minute break and be back right after this. You're watching the Tournament of Champions on Squirtle.
For over 50 years, Tulsa Tech has helped people find new career paths, jobs, and a successful future. We've partnered with Tulsa businesses to grow our economy and help train the workforce of our community. During these uncertain times, one thing is for sure. Tulsa Tech will be here when life returns to normal, helping people make their own path. We will get through this together.
Answers on yours?
RAD does. We 2,500 apiece, and I think we got 7 or 8 of them.
Oh, wow. That's not bad. Welcome back. We're at the BOK Center in Tulsa. Grant Merrill and Tony Wilson, appreciate you being with us today. Tony, pretty good crowd for a Wednesday.
It is mid-afternoon game here in Tulsa, and got a good crowd behind us. And you know, the Roth faithful are going to definitely travel to watch their beloved squad.
Well, they always do, that's for sure. First free throw's on the way it in for Monte Collins. And that'll make it an 18-13 ball game. Memorial cutting the Roth lead to 5. Out of the backcourt, Bill McCarter. McCarter back over to Cade Ballbridge. Ballbridge to Dylan Reed. Reed to McCarter once again. And you can hear this Memorial squad, they're quite vocal when the other team has the ball.
Yeah, their bench is employing their teammates to D up, but that one was wide open layup there for Roth.
Well, here we go.
Grant Roff got back to what they were doing and taking their time and patience and looking for the open shot. And not much more open than that one. It just was made there before the Tigers.
Collins back over to the left side, finds Ben Radford. Back to Collins. 2-point shots on the way in, and the whistle blows while he's on his way up.
Offensive foul.
So
Player control.
Nothing doing on the bucket there. And that will leave Roff to send it back into play here. Inbound throw given inside to Dylan Reed. Reed out of the backcourt. He'll throw it through the air back over to the open Cade Ballbridge. And now along the sideline, he tried to get a pass out of his hands, but the foul's called. You were sitting over there earlier. Those courtside seats here at the BOK are pretty nice.
Not shabby.
Nice places to watch basketball.
They're pretty comfy over there, that's for sure.
Well, I will say this. There is no reason that the BOK shouldn't be hosting an NCAA regional every year. They do such a good job with everything.
It's a beautiful facility and nice proximity to everything here in Tulsa.
Yep.
A little 4-0 run right here for Roff after Memorial had cut it to 5, back to 9 for Roff.
22-13 our score into the front court. Chargers have it. Long threes off the rim, nothing doing there. Tigers will get the basketball. Back the other direction.
Something that makes what Roff does so effective against this pressure for Memorial is they keep the floor spread. They don't have everybody bunched up into one spot like a covey of quail.
Right.
So and it allows you to exploit what Memorial, it offsets what Memorial's doing.
Loose basketball is going to be picked up by the Chargers. They'll take it the other direction. Long twos on the way and in. 2:40 to play until halftime. 24-13 our score. And now Memorial trying to cut this Tiger lead. Up and under, 2-point shots on the way and good. And that is Talon Bagwell on that one.
Man, you just, again, covering these Roff games in the state tournament, you just hear these names that just been synonymous with the success here of Roff. And showing here today is they're, like you said earlier, they're giving Memorial everything they want and more.
Well, you know, with some of these small towns like Pecola and Roff, and I mean, you've heard these kids.
Pecola's a metropolis. Wait a minute.
They are
a thriving metropolis.
They are. But you've heard these kids' names for so long because they played since the 8th grade. You
Right.
know, that you're thinking, well, when's Alyssa Parker finally going to graduate? When's Talon Bagwell finally going to graduate? There's probably some coaches in that district that would be glad to personally hand them a diploma.
Well, Alyssa Parker's a sophomore, so you're going to see a lot of her for the next 3 years.
Yes, we will. And as excellent at softball as she is at basketball. In fact, maybe a little better. Next free throw on the way it in.
Full timeout going to be 30 taken by Memorial.
We'll take one with them. Be back after this. It's 24-16. Roff leading Memorial. 2:08 left to go in the half. This is the Tournament of Champions on Squirtle.
Now is the time to protect your family with Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi. Internet security is becoming more of a fear every day. Protect your family against malware, viruses, intrusions, cyber attacks, and more. Modern internet deserves modern security. Get the best of both worlds with Pioneer in-home Wi-Fi and the Smart Wi-Fi app. Download the Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app today or visit gopioneer.com for more information.
Welcome back. 24-16 our score. Grant Merrill, Tony Wilson along with you. Ballbridge with the basketball out of the break. He'll give it over to Easton Riddle. And now a travel called as Riddle stepped into a pass. Inbound throw coming for the Chargers. They'll give it into the open Darius Toby. Toby back over to the left wing. Shot blocked. Rebound and a stick back. It's on the way off the rim, no good, but another foul called.
Neither team close to being in the bonus here. 4 fouls on Memorial, only 2 on Roff.
First one coming.
Lefty free throws. Well, Coach Allison's deep over here on this Memorial bench. He's probably played 9 thus far.
Next free throws off the yard, nothing doing there. Back the other way, here come the Roff Tigers. Dylan Reed with the basketball. Getting a bounce pass back over to an open teammate. That's going to be Ballbridge. Minute 21 to play. Pass down into the paint. Bagwell. Whistles blow, and we've got a foul.
Absolutely. Tell you what, Bagwell, I believe that's who that is, right? Let's see here. Yeah, Talon Bagwell. Not only is he doing work at the on Memorial, but check out that stash, Grant. He's got that nice stash working too.
He does. He sure does. We might need an all-stash team.
I used to do games I would do, broadcasts, especially like our own tournament, and an all-name team.
Yes.
I think my all-time favorite was from Okmulgee, Rusty Nail.
Yes, that was a good one. My favorite was, it was just the way the name flowed, but Roger State had Brewster Peacock.
Yeah. Waco Diffendaffer from Sentinel, Oklahoma was also one of my favorites.
2-point shot.
Oh, man.
Off the back iron, no good. Rebound, stick back. It's all the way in.
Just trying to pad his stats there, Grant. That's all that was.
Yep.
Man, the ball gets to the middle of the floor against that press and just allows Roff to just do more things.
Up and under. Basketball knocked out to the right wing. Ballbridge with it. 33 seconds left to play here in this half. I will tell you one thing about this tournament that never ceases to amaze me is that the most vocal fans always sit in the same place right behind our broadcast position.
Yeah, they're all officials. You can go to OSSA.com and join the officials ranks, pay your little fee, take a test, and you could be officiating a game here at the Tournament Champions.
I'm telling you, the OSSAA needs you.
Big time. It's tough.
That's for sure.
Kudos to them to implementing their new sportsmanship rules, and I don't think that they're really new, but they're just really cranked up the heat on them this year.
Well, yeah, for sure. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Roff with the basketball with 1.2 left to play here. And now the Memorial Chargers will have 1 second to do something with the ball. Nothing doing here as the basketball is off the glass from half court, and we've come to the end of the first half. Our score, the Roff Tigers 26, the Memorial Chargers 18. That's what you get at the state premier basketball tournament, the Tulsa Tournament of Champions. It's the 57th annual edition, and we'll take our halftime break and be back in just a few minutes. You're watching the Tournament of Champions from Squirtle.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available. Auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then Next Gen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. Next Gen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin prepare and deliver fresh food wherever and whenever you need it. Choose from our variety of fresh catering and prepped meals and enjoy the delicious, nutritious food you deserve. Do what you do best while Devlin takes care of the rest. Visit devlinllc.com to see what we can do for you.
At Bank Central, our roots run deep with a heritage that began over 100 years ago in Alva, Oklahoma. Today, our legacy continues to grow, not only in Alva, but in the other communities we serve, Cherokee, Woodward, and Enid. With our outstanding personnel, the latest in banking technology, and a wide variety of services, Bank Central has the banking expertise to help you with all your financial needs. We're Bank Central, and we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys of Pop Tech School.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do, do you.
Oklahoma Career Tech.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care, We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
For over 50 years, Tulsa Tech has helped people find new career paths, jobs, and a successful future. We've partnered with Tulsa businesses to grow our economy and help train the workforce of our community. During these uncertain times, one thing is for sure. Tulsa Tech will be here when life returns to normal, helping people make their own path. We will get through this together.
Now is the time to protect your family with Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi. Internet security is becoming more of a fear every day. Protect your family against malware, viruses, intrusions, cyber attacks, and more. Modern internet deserves modern security. Get the best of both worlds with Pioneer in-home Wi-Fi and the Smart Wi-Fi app. Download the Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app today or visit gopioneer.com for more information.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available: auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then Next Gen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. Next Gen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin prepare and deliver fresh food wherever and whenever you need it. Choose from our variety of fresh catering and prepped meals and enjoy the delicious, nutritious food you deserve. Do what you do best while Devlin takes care of the rest. Visit devlinllc.com to see what we can do for you.
At Bank Central, our roots run deep with a heritage that began over 100 years ago in Alva, Oklahoma. Today, our legacy continues to grow, not only in Alva, but in the other communities we serve, Cherokee, Woodward, and Enid. With our outstanding personnel, the latest in banking technology, and a wide variety of services, Bank Central has the banking expertise to help you with all your financial needs. We're Bank Central, and we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving upskills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do, do you. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Welcome back to the Tournament of Champions in Tulsa. Grant Merrill, Tony Wilson along with you. And Tony, What are both of these ball clubs saying on their bench as we move toward the second half?
Well, I think if you're Coach Johnston for Roff, obviously can't hear him as we're on the opposite end, but he's just got to tell his kids, stay the way that you have. Don't try to get excited about trying to make spectacular plays. Just, keep finding good shots. They're 10 of 15 from the field, Grant, from two-point field goal, 3 of 7 from behind the arc. And subsequently, that Memorial, 8 of 21, 38%, 0 of 6 from 3.
Roff will throw it away on that particular drive here as 26-18 our score. Inbound pass almost tipped in. Now a foul called is on a stick back attempt. Brand Wilson was trying to put it back up, but he drew contact on his way up.
Yeah, Brand in there got the miss off the shot by Bagwell. He'll be at the line to shoot 2. Roff was 3 for 3 in free throw shooting in the first half and make that 4 for 4 for the game, whereas Memorial was 2 for 5.
Next free throw's up and coming. Shots on the way and in.
We got a pretty good crop of 8th graders at Chandler, and been working with some of them and telling them what the importance of free throws are. So,
yeah, they are important for sure. For some reason, I just see you channeling Eddie Sutton when you work with those 8th graders.
Well, I just tell them. I don't tell them how to shoot them. I just tell them the importance, and when they miss them, I make them do push-ups. So.
Yeah, there you go.
It's muscle memory, man. It's just a repeat. We'll have a national free throw champion from back in the day, Chris Combs, assistant at Kingfisher.
Yeah. Shots up and in.
I'll say it publicly, Grant. He is the absolute best assistant coach in the state of Oklahoma, bar none.
I don't doubt that.
That dude is so prepared.
Back the other direction. Here comes Memorial after a steal. Jamerson, top of the key. He'll work it left side to Jareth Ingram. Up and under, 2-point shots all the way it in.
Well, I think that's going to be Memorial's key to get back in this game is exploit their athleticism and go to the basket.
Here comes Roff into the front court. Bagwell from the left wing. McCarter. Another basketball turned over. Coming up with it, Pratt. Long shots off the rim and no good. And for Roff, that is Cade Ballbridge. Bounce pass. Back over to the open Dylan Reed. He'll get the Ballbridge back to the left wing. Playing keep away with the basketball here.
What? Those extra passes that defenses get tired, that's what leads to easy buckets. And Roff, as you can see, is very deliberate in their offensive attack here.
Would this be more of a keep away or a hot potato technique?
Well, it's a little of both. Keep away, I would think, would be sufficient right now because Memorial's not trying to foul.
Back in the paint.
There you go, just like that.
Yep, Brand Wilson had the basketball.
Tell you what, Wilson's pass in there to the paint there to Bagwell, absolutely perfect.
Back the other direction. Here comes
Nice
Memorial. A bullet pass down low and a subsequent shot off the rim and no good. Rebound and a stick back won't go for Jareth Ingram, and he's fouled on the way up.
Was a nice pump fake, just couldn't get the shot to go, but now he's going to be at the line. Shooting 2 is Ingram.
First free throw up and coming. Shots on the way and in. That's a textbook free throw if we've seen one.
Really surprised there. That's the first point there for Ingram.
That is a bit of a surprise. He's been a key part of this Memorial offense today. Back the other direction. Here comes Roff. Out around the perimeter. Tigers have it. Dylan Reed. Out of the corner.
Short.
2-point shots on the way and in.
Well, I thought that was going to be short. Looked like it just crawled over the rim and was good.
Brand Wilson grabbing that one. Back the other direction. Here come the Chargers and Seth Pratt. Up and under, 2-point shot. Falls short, won't go.
Big block there, Grant, by 22, Talon Bagwell.
And now we've got a player on the ground. I think we've got an injury. Take a quick break and be back right after this 30-second timeout on the Squirtle Network.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Back here in Tulsa, Grant Merrill, Tony Wilson along with you. Inbound throw given in to Dylan Reed. Reed back over to Cade Ballbridge. Ballbridge back up top, swings it around to Brand Wilson. Wilson to Ballbridge again. Bounce pass over to Dylan Reed. Reed from the corner, a pass inside. 2-point shots off the rim, no good. Now to the left wing. They're just patrolling the perimeter here. Long threes off the rim and no good. Rebound. Jaleel Cotton. Cotton back over to Seth Pratt.
Well, Memorial just can't find the mark from behind the arc.
No, it's getting tougher for him for sure.
Nice steal there by Monte Collins.
And now racing into the front court. Here come the Chargers and Seth Pratt. Pratt back up top to Collins. Collins dribbling through the paint. 2-pointer, falls short, won't go.
Gonna have a foul blocking call. This could be whistled on Bagwell, Talon Bagwell. Collins 1 for 1 on the day from the free throw line.
So we'll see what he can do here. Not often that we see this matchup to where we would have Memorial trailing a Class A school. Class B, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Looks like Radford's back on the bench for Memorial. He was a young man there injured, took a pretty good fall and hit his noggin on the floor. You could tell when he got up, Grant, he was pretty groggy.
Yeah, not a good situation there.
So he may be held out the rest of the game here, precautionary measures. See if he is concussed.
Back the other direction. Here come the Roff Tigers. Racing into the front court, a bounce pass over to Brand Wilson. Wilson swings it around to Dylan Reed. Here's a shot off the rim and no good. Back the other direction, Jareth Ingram. Missed shot. Basketball's out of bounds, and the last touch was by Memorial. I think that was almost an excellent catch made by the Tulsa World photographer, Mike Simons.
Right in his lap.
I tell you, he's probably the best photographer in Oklahoma, if not this part of the country. He does a great job for the world.
They're usually in harm's way down there.
Yeah.
Nice back pass.
2-pointers on the way it in for Roff and Brand Wilson.
Nice look by Bagwell to the cutting Wilson. No relation, by the way.
I didn't think so. Although Brand is a pretty cool first name.
Absolutely.
2-point shot off the rim and no good. Back the other direction. Here come the Tigers. Dylan Reed kicking it over to the left wing, back over to Easton Riddle.
Grant,
you'll go ahead.
I tell you, if there was a time of possession in basketball, that Roff would have a definite edge in how long they possess the basketball.
You're probably right, that's for sure. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and now we've got a whistle at the stop of the action here.
Reaching foul.
Call that foul there on Roff's Dylan Reed.
Stat folks got him as dialer.
Inbound throw given in to Monte Collins. Collins over to Seth Pratt. Pratt back to Collins, now to the near side to Darius Toby. Up and under 2-point shots on the way and in for Jareth Ingram. And Bobby Allison wants a timeout. Minute 40 left to play. Third quarter action. It's Roff 34, Tulsa Memorial 28. We're back after this on the Squirtle Network.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Back here in Tulsa at the BOK Center, Grant Merrill, Tony Wilson along with you here on Squirtle. Don't forget, coming up, our next boys game will be Kingfisher and Bartlesville. We will step aside and let King Swisher of Kingfisher call that one. Michael Swisher coming up to do that ball game. And then our nightcap with Dale and Union, Todd Miller and Will Jones have that one.
It seemed like that was a quick 10 call there. I wasn't really paying attention, but Memorial is really going to turn up the pressure, I think, here in this fourth quarter, down 6.
Monte Collins with the basketball, top of the key. Bounce pass over to the right wing to Darius Toby. Back to Collins. Triple teamed. Outlet pass comes over to Toby again. Long three coming. Oh, man, it's on the way it in. Seth Pratt from long range.
Finally got one to go. That's the first one made for Memorial here this afternoon.
Like a cruise missile. Here comes Roff. Ballbridge. Back over to McCarter. Now to Dylan Reed once again. 45 seconds left to play. Reed still driving. Over to the left wing. Basketball knocked away, stolen. Here come the Chargers. Pratt loses his handle on it. It's recovered. Toby over to the right wing. Three-pointers in and out, no good.
Well, that whole Memorial bench is standing up. They thought it was going to be good, but just off the mark.
12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. Roth holding here.
Dribble drive.
And the last second shot off the glass and no good. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Our score, Roth 34, Memorial cutting it to a three-point ball game. They've got 31. We're back after this on Squirtle.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Back here at the BOK Center in Tulsa, Grant Merrill, Tony Wilson along with you. Into the fourth quarter we go as Monte Collins has the basketball for Memorial. He'll take it off the right wing, a turnover. Coming up with it, Bagwell. Bagwell back over to Dylan Reed. Reed almost gets it knocked away. He'll pass it through the air over to Talon Bagwell again. And now an offensive foul called on Roff as Memorial will take it the other direction.
Boy, that's a pretty good acting job there, I thought. Probably saying he had established defensive position.
Into the front court. Ingram. A foul called as he tries to get it over to a teammate. And this is Dylan Reed with the foul.
5 team fouls whistled against Roff, only one on Memorial here in the second half.
34-31 if you're just joining us. Inbound pass slapped out of bounds as I think Dylan Reed taking out some frustrations from that foul. Slapping away the inbound pass. Collins.
Is that Bootsy Collins?
Gets it back in from the left wing. Three-pointer falls short, draws iron. Up and under. Shot falls short, and we've got a foul called.
Hoop in the harm. Chance for three-point play. Good to see that Ben Radford, number 20 for Memorial, is able to come back in after hitting his head on the floor. Let's look at Ben as he checks back in.
6:57 left to go here. 34-33 our score. Toby back at the free throw line. First free throw's up. It's on the way it in. Tied at 34, Tony.
Yeah, Roff really needs to get a basket here. Try to slow down this Memorial momentum.
Into the front court, Dylan Reed. Reed back over to the near side, finds Brand Wilson. Outlet pass to the right wing comes to Ballbridge. Back up top, here's Dylan Reed once again. Now to Ballbridge on the inside to Bagwell, and whistle blows again as Memorial will take it here.
Yep, just slid that pivot foot. Official watching it closely. Whistled the traveling violation.
Tied at 34, 6:12 left to go in this one. At least in regulation. We haven't had an overtime game today.
Legal screen.
I'll tell you one thing that I get excited about coming to the TOC, and we may have to go experience between games, is the fact that Billy's on the Square is still open at the BOK.
What is that?
That was one of downtown Tulsa's most legendary restaurants. It closed last year.
Okay.
But they've still got their BOK location open for special events. So
This qualifies, right?
Yes, absolutely. Have that world famous char burger, and it's pretty good.
What a move.
Here's a 2-pointer on the way in for Talon Bagwell. I mean, it's right up there with United Nations Pizza.
Watch it now. Watch it.
Monte Collins out of the backcourt, gets it back over to Darius Toby. Toby down on the baseline. From the left wing, 3-pointers on the way it in. Monte Collins.
That's one of Memorial's first leads of the game, Grant.
37-36 our score.
What a great game.
5:20 left to play here. And an offensive foul again. They've called several of those on Roff today.
Yeah, that time Ingram was trying to body up Bagwell. Bagwell was trying to get him off of him, and that's what the officials saw. He didn't see the first part of that play, or he'd have probably got Ingram there for the foul.
Inbound throw comes back into Monte Collins. Collins moving along here. Up and under, 2-pointers on the way it in. Back the other direction. Ball turned over. Collins headed for the hoop.
Timeout coming. Gotta be.
Fouled on this way up. Some of these fans want a intentional foul called there.
There's some good officials here tonight, this afternoon.
For sure.
There's the timeout coming from Roff.
And we'll take it with them. 4:51 left to go in this one. 39-36 Memorial. Leading it by 3. We're back after this break on the Squirtle Network.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Back to the BOK Center in Tulsa, 39-36 Memorial leading Roff. Grant Merrill, Tony Wilson along with you here on Squirtle today.
21-10 the second half here for Memorial.
First free throw is up and coming. Shots on the way it in. And that will lead Memorial to a 2-possession lead, which they really haven't had much of today.
No, they have not. Definitely their biggest lead.
41-36 our score. I tell you, sitting by you is like sitting by the president. 4:41.
How old are you, Grant?
41, yeah, something like that.
I mean, I've been doing this since 1986, so I know quite a few people around the state.
Over to the left wing, long threes off the rim, no good.
That's Roff has not been able, just as Memorial was unable to find it in the first half, Roff has been able to find that three-point basket here in the second half.
Monte Collins, top of the key. He'll work it around the perimeter. Back over to Jareth Ingram. Got a girls' game coming up next between Norman and Lincoln Christian. 2-pointers off the rim, nothing happening there.
That'll be a good one.
Dylan Reed coming up with the basketball. Reed into the front court. Kicks it right side, back over to Baldridge. 2-point shot. It's off the rim and no good. (41-36) our score.
Memorial still being the 1-1. The next foul of Roff. Nice pass.
From the right wing, Collins for three. His shot won't go. Back the other direction. Here come the Tigers.
Probably see a little high-low action right here, I would imagine. 2 down was the indication from Coach Johnston.
Dylan Reed.
Going to get a 5 call. Timeout.
And a timeout taken. 2:54 left to play here. 41-36 our score. Memorial by 5. We will take a quick break and be back after this on the Squirtle Network.
For over 50 years, Tulsa Tech has helped people find new career paths, jobs, and a successful future. We've partnered with Tulsa businesses to grow our economy and help train the workforce of our community. During these uncertain times, one thing is for sure. Tulsa Tech will be here when life returns to normal, helping people make their own path. We will get through this together.
Back here at the BOK Center in downtown Tulsa, Roff and the Tigers with the basketball out of the break. Brand Wilson out of the time stripe, takes it down to the right wing.
And one, count that.
Yeah, fouled.
Wow.
And he'll go to the hoop, or to go to the free throw line.
Big basket there for Roff. My buddy Jonte Zell, he was a member of that 97 team that played in the tournament champions. Now the head coach at Christian Heritage there in Oklahoma City. And he sent me a message. He said, I've been watching the last 2 games without the sound on. I turned it on. You're the first thing I heard.
Much to his disappointment,
yeah,
I'm sure.
Exactly.
So, next free throw, in and out, no good.
He wanted to know if you had scraped the bottom of the barrel for some help.
Back the other direction. Well, Squirtle scraped the bottom of the barrel for the play-by-play today. So out of the backcourt, here comes Seth Pratt with the basketball.
I guess we're okay. Adam hadn't pulled the plug on us yet. Nice pass.
2-pointers on the way it in.
Really thought Memorial could exploit Roff with their size down low, and they've really gotten to that here in the last few possessions.
Baldridge with the basketball. Working it through the air over to Dylan Reed. Reed back over to Baldridge once again. From the corner, pass up top to Easton Riddle. Now a turnover coming up with it. Monte Collins trying to make his way out of the backcourt, driving through traffic here. Minute 46 left to go in this one.
Chargers can be, yep, good move there, backing it out. Coach Johnston going to have to apply a little pressure out on the forecourt.
Have a little bit of a break coming up, and then it'll be Lincoln Christian and Norman and girls action coming up. It's a 3-pointer. It's on the way it in.
Big basket there. Extends the lead to 8. Not much of a break, is it?
Well,
half hour or so?
Yeah, something like that.
Gates open back at 3, I believe. 4 o'clock in it?
Yep, 4 o'clock tip between Lincoln Christian and Norman. Up and under, 2-point shots off the glass, no good. Rebound, Memorial with Jareth Ingram. Ingram takes it the other direction here.
I can tell you what, here's one thing I will tell you. With an 8-point lead in the basketball, Memorial knows they were in a fight for the whole game. And as you can see, that the 9-point lead with 33 seconds in the NBA wasn't enough last night, and it may not be enough here.
43 seconds left to go.
What a performance by Luka last night.
No kidding.
60, 21, and 10.
I listened to that driving up the interstate, and man, oh man, always exciting. 41 seconds left to go. Memorial leading at 46-38.
I'm glad I don't have your fuel bill.
I'm glad you don't either. Memorial has scratched and clawed to come back into the lead in this one.
Ross probably going to be forced to take some shots they don't want to here, obviously. Down 8.
33 seconds left. Long threes off the rim, nothing doing there. And Memorial will take it the other direction here.
I think we need to institute a rule about margins of lead with time remaining where you can't foul. If you foul, they get to keep the ball. Like
20 seconds left.
Nice job there by Coach Johnston to realize that this one's in the books, but Coach Allison knows that they survived today. I promise you that.
Our final score, Memorial 46, Roff 38. For Tony Wilson, Grant Merrill inviting you to join us at 4 o'clock today. We're back to action on the Squirtle Network from the Tulsa Tournament of Champions. Thanks, everybody.